Today we are going to make a meal. I have the A pack ready meal. So definitely for me, I don't know if we're gonna get it in the light, but A pack. So A gets the A pack. I've never heard of this. I went to my local military surplus store. They had some MREs, they had this, and they had a few other kinds. So I figured I would try something new. And this has a lot of goodies in it. Now it does have the um, reading on the back here. It does have the little heater thing. So let's see what we do. I have no idea how long it's going to take to heat this meal up or what it's going to taste like. This is the sweet and sour sauce with rice and chicken, which is menu number 5. So we are testing menu number 5 here. And we'll see how this is and how we make it and what all we get. I'm actually kind of stoked about this. I like the meals that have, like you get a Mountain House meal, you get a Mountain House meal. You know what you're buying, you know what you're getting. This is a whole assortment of stuff very similar to an MRE. So we have something right here. We have a cranberry crisp protein and energy bar by Challenge. So that's kind of cool. We are looking at 260 calories for the bar, 11 grams of protein. So if you are grabbing this meal for survival reasons, that is not a bad option at all. We have a banana apple smoothie. We've got the little packet that has salt, pepper, um, a spork, and a napkin. And then we have the this is for the heater and the meal to go into while we're heating it, which is pretty cool. I believe that's what we're gonna end up with. And then we have the heater here. So let's see. Oh, we are going to need some water for this, which I did not account for. Um, let's see. Remove meal and paper board sleeve. Uh, tear open the heater. Add water to the fill line. The heater goes under the meal inside of the box, and you want to leave it inclined. Um, After about 12 minutes, it is ready to eat. So it says tear here to use bag, but I have scissors on my Swiss Army knife, so we are going to use that. Let's see here. All right, leave that out in case. So we are going to open the bag, um, add some water to the line. Yeah, so it looks like what I'm going to do is add some water into the line. Um, and I guess put this in here as well, like so. Fold over and let that sit. So while I do have an aquarium right next to me, I am not going to use that water. So I'm actually going to see if I can see the water line. Um, tap water to bag up to fill line. Where? Oh, there we go. So very little water. We're just adding a tiny bit of water. I'm gonna go grab that and we'll be right back. So hang out for a sec. You're probably gonna hear me as I walk to get the water anyways. We are very professional around here, as you can tell. We got the water in here. We're going to slide the meal in, and the heater needs to be behind the meal. I don't think that actually makes a difference. We're going to fold the line over, and we are going to place them into here, I guess like that, and then prop it up. Oh, super easy to do if you are out in the wild. What's up? What's up? Um, Easy. If you got it on you, you need a little bit of water, very little bit of water, and then you're ready to rock and roll to get that going. And using minimal water is awesome if you're in a survival situation, or you're out in the bush, or you are, whatever the case it is. Water is awesome. Water is life. So using a little bit of water to make your meal is great, leaves you more to drink. So while that's going on, let's check out what else we got. We have the cranberry crisp bar. This is by Challenge. So I'll let you guys take a look at that right there and see what we're looking at here. So it has a little bit of like a Cliff Bar look to it, although maybe a little less texture to it. But let's see what we got. I like that. I would never have picked it. I'm not a big I like cranberries, um, dried cranberries, excuse me, but not a big fan of cranberries in general. So I wouldn't have picked this. That's not bad. It's not quite as chewy as like a Cliff Bar. What's up, Rich? Trying out for the newcomers here, trying out a little meal that I have going on from APAC. This is the bar that it comes with. Oh, sorry, protein and energy bar, which is not bad at all. I'd actually buy those. Those I wouldn't be afraid to leave in the bag because they're already kind of deformed and like they're not going to break. They definitely have some bend to them, but if that happens, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to crumble apart like a granola bar. And then we have a banana apple smoothie, which this is the part that you don't know that you're going to get in the bags from what I was reading. The meal is the same, you might get a different flavor with the bar, maybe, I don't know, but it did say that there were 2 smoothie options, and it doesn't tell you like, it's luck of the draw. There are 2 smoothie options you can get, but the bags are not labeled, so you get what you get. Um, what do you think of the 8 packs? Have you tried any? So they're civilian MREs, easily accessible to civilians, and so far, not too bad. Alright, let's see what we got here. It smells like baby food. I am We're out of the baby food phase here, thank goodness. But man, this smells like baby food, which is honestly probably what it is. So this is banana apple. Not bad at all. I love bananas. Not the biggest fan of them as flavor and stuff all the time, but that's not bad. Mainly because my little one loved banana baby food. And so I just associate like bananas or banana bread, good. Banana pudding, awesome. Any type of like banana getting put into a smoothie or, um, eaten in like that yogurt mashed up type consistency. If it doesn't have peanut butter, it goes to baby food for me. That's not bad. Not a drink. Also, that's one thing that you do get with like an MRE. They'll have coffee packets or, like a drink flavor packet. That is super cool. this is good, but it's not liquidy. And I didn't even bring a drink in here for myself. So I should have thought about that. Southwest chicken is good. I have the sweet and sour sauce with chicken. I don't know if I did this correctly because I do not feel it heating up at all. Um, we might be eating this cool. Um, yeah, I mean, it should be warming up. Oh yeah, I guess it does have a little warmth to it, maybe. Um, make sure I'm doing it the correct way. Fold over. Oh, the open end stays up. So I don't know. But um I was saying something. Completely lost my mind reading this. My train of thought. But yeah, like these are awesome. You get a meal, you get a main course, you get some supplemental food and a smoothie of some sort. So great stuff to eat and get going all the flavors. So yeah, so this is sweet and sour sauce with rice and chicken. And then I was also looking at like the Southwest beans and rice, I guess it was. I don't know, something along those um, flavor lines. It was Southwest and it had beans in it. I know it might have been beans and rice or something. Mint fudge cookies dipped in peanut butter. Mint fudge cookie, like a like thin mint from the Girl Scout cookies, because I'm 100% in. I love dipping Oreos in peanut butter, and, I don't know if they always have them, but sometimes I'll find, like, the mint flavored Oreo, maybe around Christmas time or something, honestly don't know, but those with peanut butter are awesome, so I am on track with you, mint fudge and peanut butter is an awesome combo. Peanut butter fudge and banana is an awesome combo as well, like peanut butter, chocolate, and banana, great combo. And now we're gonna be a food channel, because why not? Yeah, so I don't know if this is heating. Let's see, we've been going for about 12, 13 minutes, so this has not been cooking quite as long as it's supposed to, which is 12 minutes, but I'll give that a few more minutes here and then I will try it. Because if it's not heating, who cares? Like, you're warming it up for temperature, you're not warming it up to eat it. The food is fully cooked, so we'll just wing it. Bananas and peanut butter, 100%. I love a peanut butter and banana sandwich, and then I don't normally cut the banana thick enough to end up using the whole banana, so all the remainder banana gets peanut butter and eaten that way, like just peanut butter, banana, bite, rinse and repeat till it's gone. Love it. My husband has he likes mayonnaise and peanut butter, which on a sandwich, which is extremely disturbing and I refuse to try. It might actually be awesome, but I will live in my peanut butter and banana world and be perfectly happy. And to the two people who left when I said mayonnaise and peanut butter, I fully respect those choices, even though you're not going to hear me say that. But yeah, mayonnaise and peanut butter should not be friends. Make hardtack next. What's hardtack? Because I definitely will, whatever it is. All right, let's give this a shot because I really don't think I did. I screwed something up here. I should have read it before I came on here, but I did not. I decided to just go with it, and that was a very, very poor decision on my part. I like to roll with it and figure we could do this live together as though you are out, in a survival situation for whatever reason, and you were busting into this that this is what it would be like, prep your stuff, figure it out. Like, don't get into a situation where you have to use it to be the first time that you're trying to use it. Like, know how to use your stuff. Yeah, that didn't work at all. All right, so here is the pack. This can be room temperature food, which now we'll see how MREs are room temperature, which I do know in the cold weather. Like I have heard stories from military people that in really cold weather, they would eat their MRE at room temp, which would be cold because it is cold weather. But then they would take the heater and like dig out under their sleeping area and put the heater with the water down there and then put a little bit of dirt on top and then sleep on top of that to actually bring warmth from the ground below them, help them get through a really, really cold night. So I am definitely not the first and certainly won't be the last person to be eating one not cooked all the way, or at least not warmed up. Smells interesting. Doesn't really smell like sweet and sour sauce, but it's not warmed up, so maybe it shouldn't. Uh, Peanut butter and jalapeno, flour, water, salt, ship biscuits, ship, just ship biscuits. Hardtack. I have heard of that. Now that you said what it is, I wasn't recognizing it by the name of what you said, but yes, flour, water, and salt. When that's all you got. All right, this is the most interesting way I have done one of these eat with me meals, and hopefully you guys will come back for another one because this is really weird and not my normal style. If you're not using your heater for like life-saving warmth purposes, warm your meal. This is definitely weird not being warmed. And what's funny is I still like it. Like, so this is probably not at all what the meal should look like. Like it probably the flavor should be like probably less solidified and more, like liquid connecting the rice and the chicken together. But this is still really good, which means the flavor in here is awesome. Yeah, I ain't mad about this meal. If y'all are looking for some easy access MRE meals, the APAC ready meals, the civilian MREs, this ain't bad. It's not as packed as an MRE, that's for sure. You do get a lot more stuff with an MRE, but this is really, really good. And I forget what it was called, but they also had a package of food kind of like this at the military surplus store I was at, and it contained two meals, sides, and I assume the sides are kind of like probably like crackers and peanut butter or jam to spread on it, and different things like that. And then I believe it included a breakfast bar and a juice pack, like a flavor pouch you would add to water, and like a coffee pouch to add to water as well, instant coffee, and then like your salt and pepper and that kind of thing. And I think it said it was a 2,000 or 2,500 calorie meal, and it was like 20 bucks, 19 bucks. So I thought that was pretty cool. That's like a whole day in the packet, which is cool if you can carry that around. This at the place I went to was $9.50. So I think for 9.50, I mean, yeah, you could go out to eat for 9.50, but we're not talking about like out to eat stuff. Like this is not meals you're choosing to eat at home. I wouldn't imagine. Maybe you are, in which case rock on. But this is stuff that you're, you know, taking like you have on hand and have stocked up for if you are in a grid down situation. A storm comes through and power's knocked out for 3 days, 5 days. And how are you eating food? Well, if you do this properly, unlike me, you need a tiny bit of water and you're warming up a meal and eating a nice warm meal that is definitely going to fill you up. Maybe it's something you take when you're out camping or something to have some easy meals that are good. But it's like it's a fun option. It's fun to do. My boys are already used to eating these with me. One of their favorite breakfast is the Mountain House biscuits and gravy, and it's because I've eaten them on here. We have them stockpiled for just in case. And so on a random Saturday morning, we will build a little fire, out in our fire pit. We'll get some water boiling. We'll pour it into 2 or 3 of the biscuit and gravy Mountain House meals, and we'll eat breakfast around the campfire, and the boys think they're living the dream, and it's just fun making memories, but it's also getting them used to the idea of, last this past fall, we got knocked with a hurricane. Power was out for 3 days, so they weren't scared or weirded out by boiling water to cook food. It's something that they knew, and familiarity with that kind of stuff works. If I was in, a rough situation and made this meal, uh, just like I did with you guys, without first figuring out how or prepping or seeing what's going on, I did it on here on purpose because let's do this together. Let's figure out what it looks like. Now I know, like, I need to actually buy another one of these and make it properly where it heats my meal. Um, and then if I ever actually need to use these in a situation, I will have warm food that will give me the sustenance I need and the morale lift to keep me going. Um, yeah, eat them with your kids. It's awesome. Yeah. We had these are what my boys used as night lights during our power outage, and they freaking loved it. Well, one of my kids doesn't use a nightlight, and it's the 2-year-old, which is hilarious. The 2-year-old, pitch black room, gotta be. The 4-year-old, he wants a light so he can see what's going on, which is fair. I don't sleep in the pitch black either. But, yeah, they were walking around with these. My little guy, the 2-year-old, we put a headlamp on him, and now headlamps are toys for him. When it starts getting dark at night, or if it's, dark when he wakes up in the morning, which we wake up at, like, 5:30, 6 o'clock because my kids are psycho, it is dark, and so he plays with headlamps, like, that's his jam. He puts them on and looks at the ceiling and makes shadow puppets, and we're weird. We're odd people, but we like flashlights and we don't care about the dark because we have flashlights. Maybe not 75, but maybe. When I get another one to make, I actually might get the same flavor because this really is good. I am super impressed. And just for the record, like, I am insanely picky. I'm a crazy picky eater. Obviously, survival situation, having to eat the meals. I will be hungry. I will eat what I have. That's not the question. But if I say it's good, like it's good, or at least it's good for my taste buds, which are limited and they know what they like. So, yeah, for this picky eater, this one would be just fine. All right. So, what do y'all want to see me eat on here? I'm going to try to implement back the lunch with A's and kind of bring some food, eat some food, chit chat. You'll hear stuff that's going on just because while I'm eating, I will talk and you guys can't really talk back. You can type back, but if I'm just reading, then it's dead air. So I will be doing most of talking. But what do y'all want to see me eat? I've got more Mountain House meals we can go through. I can get some more of these APACs. I can get actual MREs. I could see if there's other things out there that I have yet to get. So yeah, what do you guys want to see? What have you been waiting on? Do you want to see like cheap DIY meals? Because this is great. This was 10 bucks. I can get some packets of tuna or chicken that are flavored. And then I could get like some rice dishes or mashed potato dishes or noodle dishes, get those cooked, combine the 2, and make my own meal for like 2 or 3 bucks. So what do you guys wanna see? Maybe that is where I venture next, is a DIY survival meal, because it doesn't have to be prepackaged stuff that takes up a lot of weight and is expensive. It can definitely be some, like, microwavable cups of mashed potatoes and a packet of tuna, and you're 250 in and still getting, a nice meal. Got the mac and cheese cups, all of those you just kinda add boiling water to and you're good to go. Ramen noodles are another great one like that, cheap and easy. Some rice-a-roni dishes, like the Zatarans, the boxes of, rice, tons of options. And I have done all of the lunch with A's that I've done so far have been like the prepackaged meals, the MREs or the Mountain Houses, or there was another brand that I've done, kind of like Mountain House. Maybe next I do go with a DIY meal. And maybe we can even get some users to send ideas of stuff to try, and we'll go with that too. So that would be cool. But yeah, I'm actually gonna finish my food off camera so I can eat, and I will get back with you guys later. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Uh, APAC Ready Meals. I can at least give a thumbs up for the sweet and sour chicken. If it's good room temperature, because I messed it up heating wise, then it's going to be even better hot. And I can give a thumbs up as well for the fact that you get like the main course meal, you get a protein bar, and then you get what they call a smoothie, which is kind of, I mean, let's be real, it's kind of like baby food consistency of pureed um fruit, but it is good nonetheless. So thanks for hanging out with me. I will be back with new content soon. And remember, EDC, EDC.